Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of the Sonic Archie reviews on my channel. I'm gonna be shaking up how I do these, mostly just because I want to get them done fast. Is the main thing. Like going through and like scripting the entire thing and all of that, like I do for the IDW reviews, doesn't really seem like worth it. At least at this point, maybe I'll change things up. But I kind of wanted to go with a more podcasty approach, especially for the early comics that we're going to be trying to get through quickly early on. And so I've actually invited a friend who is more familiar with Archie Sonic than I am to go ahead and read the comics with me.
Hey, I'm Liktar. I've read these comics at least 3 times, and man, this sure something. They're like kid comics that are really too wordy, and it gets entertaining, but it also gets really boring too at the same time.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of rip through some of these and see exactly how all of this goes. So we got up to like 17. 17 is where the plot, quote unquote, sort of starts, even though most of this issue is nothing plot related at all. But we'll go ahead and just read. So we have the cover here. I'm not gonna start reading the cover. Okay. That's game, set, and match to me. I wish Sonic would stop playing ping pong by himself and let the rest of us have a turn at the table. And Boom. Wait, is he Rotor or Boomer? I forget because he has two names and one of them's the wrong name, and they
Oh,
had to switch it out.
I remember Rotor being the comic name. Man, whatever. I stupid walrus. Like, let's be honest. Like, they can bring back a bunch of the characters and just not bring back Rotor and it'd be fine. Okay. Oh, I can't see the issue. By the way, I don't know what's going on. Wouldn't be a podcast if things didn't go wrong though.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, like 100%. Like Rotor is just he's there. Um, he literally becomes like first tech guy, and then Tails becomes second tech guy, and then you get like a third person that's also tech guy later, and it's just like okay, I
Yeah,
like it better when it's just Tails.
yeah.
Like
I'm gonna go ahead and be reading these, but it's gonna feel very silly for a long time. Woo,
I
fun.
still would just go and read it. Like I'll get my issues from. I'm so ready for this. I have these issues, so it's fine.
Fun's fun, but enough is too much. It's time for action. Things have been a little too quiet for my taste, without good old Ivo to kick around. Wonder where old Robo-Butt's been keeping himself lately. There's a destination dead ahead, ready for my personal transport to prepare to move out. I hate that they do this, but I mentioned this in the last one where it's like they have the character say Sonic the Hedgehog to like start every issue. It's such a stupid gimmick. Uh, Sonic the Hedgehog would never think to look for us on Skull Island. Oh, yeah, because this is a fucking King Kong parody. But Skull Island is exactly where we need to look. Once we've found what we're in search of, we can engage the hated hedgehog in a little guerrilla warfare. That sucks. And precisely what is our hastily assembled safari in search of, sir? Isn't it obvious, Crabmeat? We're hunting game. Big game. Gallop in galoshes, a giant footprint. What kind of monster could leave such impressive impressions? That's no monster, gentlemen. That's my boy. It's a long story. Many years ago, before you bots had even been built, I was a bold, ambitious graduate student grappling with the challenges of the unknown. A handsome lad, brilliant too. As my doctoral thesis, I would prove beyond any doubt, you're a big boy, aren't you? So nearly complete, so nearly perfect. There's only one thing you're missing, a spark of life. But
You
sparks
know
that
what,
big are
kid?
hard to come by. Then I was struck by a burst of inspiration. Tired from thirsty work, what I need are a few million robots to back up my brains with their brawn. And thanks to a convenient electrical storm that was passing through on its way to the Hill Valley, give my creation life, I got my wish. He's alive. Now I can do my chores for me. So they're combining Frankenstein with King Kong, I guess. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's this is literally boomers are writing for kids and they know kids don't know this, so they could just recycle a story that they know.
Yeah, but I remember one of one of the gag issues that I went over earlier was it was just Scrooge, and it was like a direct reference to what is it, Ebenezer what is the thing that Ebenezer
Christmas
Scrooge,
Carol.
yeah, Christmas Carol. It was like directly, like, obviously a reference to it. And I feel like if the point is that kids won't know what you're referencing, you can't write an issue that like is like they need to understand the reference for. I don't know. None of this matters.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like the last King Kong thing to come out at this point was like the '80s King Kong, and like Frankenstein. Like, yeah, they're not gonna know Frankenstein. It's fine. Like,
Search high and low. So he's searching for the thing. I'm gonna go fast until we get to something
yeah,
relevant. That's right. So he built the thing, and they're looking for him. And
he's
there he
worried
is.
sick. Yeah, and then it's
King
like, oh, we
Kong.
got
God,
King
this
Kong.
sucks.
Yeah,
I hate early Archie so
I
much.
mean, like the really funny thing is like the little things for adults. Like the clock has quartz timing on it. Like, there you go. All right, he's always on time. Don't worry about it.
Republic bananas.
Yeah.
Is that a reference to banana republics?
Yes,
Okay,
it definitely is.
they bring him some bananas. Sonic the Hedgehog. He's packing a picnic.
Yep.
They're giving bananas to King Kong, and then he shows him a picture of Sonic and tells them to go eat.
Yeah.
Their picnic is interrupted by King Kong.
Sally goes all, I'm gonna kick his butt, and it's just like, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening, princess.
Oh yeah, it's a King Kong thing, so they have to have him fall in love with the fucking female love interest. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. They have the they have the biplane. Dude, this is that wait, no, I see it. No, I see the vision and I hate it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
There's the
no.
early tornado. There's the early tornado. They're gonna climb the thing. They're gonna knock him down, and he's gonna die. And it was Beauty that killed the Beast. There you go.
Oh my god. I hate the way they draw Spinball early on. It's so bad. Yes, I thought shouldn't have leaped before I looked. Why? I feel like it feels like every line they feel the need to make it a pun of some kind. Like they can't just have the character say something. Like none of the dialogue feels natural at all. It's so stilted.
Yeah, it's like it's really when you get into like the mid to late 20s where you start seeing like, oh, we're gonna treat this like a real comic for once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think
They
this
take
is the first issue, the first story in any of these issues that is semi-plot relevant. Okay.
Yeah, like here we go. Now we're starting to see like actual Princess Sally lore getting built up here.
Hello,
You know,
he loves me. He loves me
eventually
not.
gonna lead to her, side issues that she has.
Yeah. Indon loves me not because they were obsessed with romance plot lines. Seemed less complicated when I was young. Back then, my thoughts were on anything but romance. I see a knight in shining armor. I say the chili dog with extra relish. Fun was fun, and my duties as princess always came first. Since birth, I had been groomed to one day take place upon the throne, and little did I suspect how soon that day would come. Almost overnight, my father had vanished, and Robotnik appeared, spreading his unique brand of tyranny across the island. I wish I had a magic wand to help wipe my troubles away. Oh, Father, I miss you so much.
Jolly Robotnik is in that picture.
Yeah. And a meteor crash. What was that? Landed over the hill, whatever it was. I'd better go check it out. Let's use the guys and check out that big nose. You saw it too? Saw it. We heard it. It was loud enough to wake the dead. All headed in the right direction. Metal detector. There it is. Way cool. You're right, Sonic. It is cool. Cool to the touch. That's impossible. So it's cold. That's what we learned. See, anything like it. What do you suppose it could be? I'm not sure, Rotor.
Fast.
Maybe the answer to all my wishes.
Orb.
Number 18. Leave it to Tails to hog all the action on our wedding day.
Yeah, I love this cover because it gives like real Captain America issue 1 vibes. Is like Cap punching Hitler, and it's like Tails.
Well, I mean, it does feature the Michael Jordan of the Freedom Fighters, so I remember when I got to that panel, I could not believe it. They just wrote anything in these. It's so good. Also, can I
Yeah,
say, I feel like Bunny has to be like the most underutilized character in early Archie. Like, I felt like for the first 10
Bunny's
issues, she just
so,
wasn't there after she got introduced.
yeah, Bunny's so overpowered, and they just almost never use her early on. It's insane.
For the planning a wedding.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're
this whole production less than serious. Yeah,
so
so
here's like the little gags
the
I love.
the bit here is that it's a stage play, but
Yeah,
they Robotnik thinks it. I don't understand why he cares that they're getting married. Like,
because
I don't
so
know.
like a lot of his early development in the comics is just him doing evil things because he likes being evil, which I can
Yahoo! I
respect.
do.
You
Yep.
know, like
They wrote that. A person was paid money to write that.
look, these are the gags I like. Like, welcome to Robotropolis, population one evil doctor, how many X robots, and then zero living beings is like,
Why is Tails posed up like that? What emotion is he supposed to be feeling?
I know, right? He's like kind of just
Like
like,
it looks like he's almost doing the thing where he's like
oh,
I don't know. It doesn't.
and it's
It
Batman.
doesn't make sense.
Whose comic book is this? It's a Batman joke. You get it?
Yeah.
And here's the patent joke at the bottom of the here's the patent joke at the bottom of the same page. Yeah, you know the kids, they love patent.
He literally just shoots a bird for the hell of it, like just for
Oh,
fun. So
I love
I
here.
have read up to Endgame already. I think I've said that in the last video. So I do remember this because I remember being like, okay, so this entire like issue was pointless, basically.
Yeah. I love that they like point out all the badniks and they just get like instantly wiped. Like
Yeah.
it's like, hey, these are the guys from the games that you played, right?
Yeah, and then shit baiting because of course. Oh yeah, this one is it's Princess Sally instead of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is interesting. They were kind of pushing that early, like pretty early on in RT. They're pushing the whole, like different like series runs for each of the characters almost, which is interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's Princess Sally they were working on and Tails they were working on actively
Yeah. Any
to
luck?
get
Afraid not. Princess Sally. Oh yeah, I forgot. She just shows up. But this is the first time we've ever seen Rosie, right?
yeah.
Like she just appears.
Now.
Princess Sally, might I have a word with ye? 'Tis important. Certainly, Rosie, I'll be right there. In fact, I'm not even sure the surface is the surface. Whatever he's saying. Say that again in plain English. This orb is a force field masking the true nature of what's inside. And until we find some way to crack it open. Picture, what's your take on this, Sal? Talk about dazed and confused. Not this time. 'Tis a matter she must be dealing with in her own way. Why can't we help? You both should know. There are some roads which must be taken alone. Julila? Is that how you say that?
Let me see.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm on the page. Let me see. What's the page number? Well, let me see. I'm reading. Since I don't have your screen up, seeing the part where she's crying because the city's in thing disaster. Uh, yeah, I don't even see the name. There you go.
here, one sec. Let me see if this works any better.
That's how I'd say. Yeah, this thing. This is setting up Sally lore, where
Yeah.
she's not just a
It,
damsel in
it
distress.
is funny how it just, like, the characters just appear. Like, all this shit that is not. Like, where are we? Like, are we in the underground base in Knot Hall? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, none
We're in
of this makes any sense.
we're in need to make plot zone. Okay.
Sally, come closer, child, that these aged eyes might more clearly see. Hush, favored one, there are, to all things, a season. Time is in short supply. You bear the mantle of leadership with honor and grace. Though you might have longed for other paths, your duties of your birthright could not be denied. From the beginning, you studied long and hard, ever growing in knowledge and spirit. As your teacher, I would have accepted no less. Each day brought new lessons and fresh challenges. Here, snatch it from my hand. Where it always was, the ceremonial acorn has been a symbol of the heritage for 12 generations. And once you've successfully claimed it, you will have mastered the most important discipline of all. Remember that day, and many others like it. You never let up for a moment, only because I cared and knew you carried the seeds of greatness. I love that, like, this parlor trick is, like, the final thing that she has to overcome to become worthy of being princess.
Yeah, it's just like, you clearly knew to hit my hand from underneath, so I couldn't even snatch it.
None more prouder than I at your commencement ball, nor more sorrowful on the day your father took the king was taken from us. That was long ago, and you have grown much. Let us discover together exactly how much. An elegant solution. Such wisdom cannot be taught and must be acquired. You are ready. It's so it's so like it's so over dramatic for no reason. Like
Like, literally, they need to cut back on that previous story point and then literally just added like 2 more pages to that story. Like,
thought I might find you here. Is everything all right? I guess just feeling a little lonelier tonight. Tonight is almost yesterday, Sally, and there are many tomorrows ahead. And this is I think we're supposed to go to the special next. Is this? I wonder. Is this anything plot relevant? I think it is.
I don't know. You're gonna have to do special because I don't have that. I just have the next issue on my
Okay.
archives book.
I could probably describe for you what's happening, but I don't
It's
know.
it's fine. It's probably gonna be of no importance whatsoever. Let's be honest.
Okay, heads up, intruder. So Sonic attacks Sally in like a training outfit, I guess. Yeah.
Cool.
Head off. Are you sleeping or? Oh, sorry, Sonic. Just my thoughts have been elsewhere. First is mysterious orb that fell from the sky, and then Julila. Speaking of Julila, milady, there are matters which require your personal attention. Oh, of course, Rosie. Your mentor has been explicit about the division of her estate. All that she owned, left stock and barrel, she left to you. Thank you, Rosie. I'll be here if anyone needs me. Amazing that a person can gather so many material goods in a lifetime. Oh my, Julila's hope chest. She meant for me to have it on my wedding day. What a handsome vest. I always wanted pockets. I wonder what other treasures are inside. Wait, is this the backstory of when she starts wearing the vest in the comics? Because I think she
I,
didn't wear that before. That's very
I,
sad.
I'm gonna go back now just to make sure she wore that vest in the King Gong issue.
Oh, father.
Oh my god, yeah, it is. That's the important lore. This is how she got the vest.
Amazing. Dude, I love comics. I love comics, like, explaining things for no reason. It's my favorite fucking thing.
She didn't go shopping for it. It was literally an inheritance.
Father Sniff, those were good times before you were taken from us. A map with instructions to be followed if this is all too much for one day. I'll finish tomorrow. That night, the orb is glowing. The orb is glowing, and Sally woke up and walked towards it. And then it says, "Hello, Sally. My name is Nicole." Yeah, this is when Nicole shows up for the first
Yeah.
time. That tells me who you are, but not what. I would be your friend, but that is a choice only you can make. You remind me very much of someone who always encouraged me to make my own decisions. Thank you. A higher compliment I could scarcely imagine. Okay. Princess Sally, what are you doing up so late? Is everything all right? We heard voices. Who you been talking to, Sal? I'm not sure. You tell me. Bzz, he gets zapped. Whoa, that sucker really packs a wallop. That wasn't very nice, Nicole. Neither was nearly shaking me to pieces. That gadget is more trouble than it's worth. I say we get rid of it. No. Like it or not, she's here now and she's staying. Besides, everyone needs a friend. Sunset the following day. Yep, she's wearing the vest now. Jelia's final testament claimed that all I needed to attain oneness of the soul is locked within the darkness of the Forbidden Zone, a place where even Dr. Robotnik fears to tread. God, what? I don't know what those sounds are outside. I could never ask the other freedom fighters to accompany me on what could prove to be such a dangerous and personal mission. So, except for you, Nicole, I'll have to go it alone. Going somewhere, princess? Weren't thinking of hogging all the glory to yourself, were you? Guys, I appreciate the support, but this could be dangerous. Besides, it's something I need to do on my own. Says who? Everyone needs a friend, Sal. And danger is our business. I can see it's pointless to argue. I just hope everyone knows what we're getting ourselves into. We're over the drop site now, Princess. Roger Rotor. Good luck, everyone together on my mark. Oh my. I have conveniently forgotten my fear of heights. Quickly, bury your chutes and move out. We mustn't let Robotnik's border patrol spot us till we're over the wall. God, all of this just comes out of nowhere. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
Even the SWAT bot.
They
SWAT
just
bots
supposed to
spawned.
have a plot all of a sudden.
Those tin cans couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Intruder alert. Response mode initiated. Ready, aim. They spotted us, but these concentrated paintballs will blind them. She slingshots paintballs at them. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Can't see, that was cutting things a little too close for comfort. And speaking of close shaves, let's cut these sentries down to size. Hold your fire. They have passed beyond the point of no return. The forbidden zone will make short work of them. Improve their ultimate undoing. They climb up a wall. Now we're in. Now what? The map says we head that way. It also says there are a few obstacles in our path. And then they come across a giant Cyclops robot.
Sure. Yeah.
Stand
It's
back,
like
King. Tall, dark, and gruesome is all mine. And Sonic fights the robot, and he gets his. Looks like he's kind of getting his ass kicked. Big Palooka doesn't know when to quit. How are we supposed to get past him? I mean it. I couldn't say Sonic, but I know someone who might. Oh, random pinup. Awesome.
I
Nicole,
love
the
it.
mechanoid sensors have been key to detect motion, Sally. Motion. That's it. Everyone follow my lead. But what are you doing? Exactly what it looks like. Nothing. And then it goes to sleep. Without a target to track, he went back into standby mode. And not a moment too soon. Patience has never been my strong suit. Sure. And now there's a griffin. We're getting warmer now. I can feel it and see it. Gasp. A fire-breathing griffin. We better fall back again. Tails, what are you doing? I'm the only one who can fly, Princess. With luck, maybe I can knock it out of the sky before Tails gets his ass kicked.
Yeah. Of course. That's pretty. That's pretty much it. Like
The griffin's
Tails.
tough. If only I had some sort of whoever pulls the sword from this stone shall best the beast. And then he's like, if only I had some sort of weapon. And there's conveniently the Excalibur sword there. For Sonic's sake, I hope the plaque isn't someone's idea of a bad joke. Better pull out that sword pronto. Stuck tight, mustn't give up. Pulls the sword out. Excuse me, what just happened? I'm feeling the sword from the stone. Tails broke the circuit which granted the griffin its mobility. That was very brave, Tails, but next time, promise me you'll look before you leap. They've used that phrase like 5 times in the past, like, 2 issues. It's so...
Better look before you leap, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
According to the map, we're almost there. Hope we don't run into any more trouble. And there's a 2-headed dragon. Zowie, this
Where's
one's
the-
bigger than the others put together. If we have to fight it, or them, maybe we don't. What can you tell us about that thing, Nicole? The creature before you is the legendary Polysaurus Rex. Long thought to be extinct, this 2-headed, 2-faced biomechanical watchdog is a walking contradiction in terms. One head always tells the truth. Oh, it's the liar's paradox. While the other always lies, and no one can ever be quite sure which is which. Beyond it lie 2 doors. One leads to your quest and the other towards certain doom. Choose your words carefully, Sally. Choose mine. You mean I have to ask it a question. One question and one only. Pick ahead and take your best shot. And yeah, you on the left, which door would the other head claim leads to the quest in? That's the solution to the liar's paradox. Truly, you are wise beyond your years, little princess. My brethren would counsel you to use the door on your left. That's it then, let's choose. No, Sonic, we're taking the door on the right. She explains the liar's paradox. He just said, right, if he was the head that tells the truth, he would tell us truthfully if the other head would have lied. And on the other hand, if he was the head that lies, then obviously we should still go to the door on the right. Yeah.
I like the barbarian solution to this: is you kill one of them, and then ask everyone if that guy dead.
That's so good. That's so. I mean, that doesn't help you very much. It only lets you figure out which one is the liar. But
You know, if you know who the liar is, then you can just ask the question you need to ask for the surviving guy.
yeah. Well, since you aren't pushing up daisies, I guess you made the right choice. But that still doesn't tell me which head is which. For what it's worth, I don't know either. But none of that matters now. We've arrived at Quest Inn. Wow, look at that. I see, Sonic. A miniature version of Julia's hope chest. This must be what we came for. I wonder what's inside. A scroll. I don't get it. I mean, what's so important about a lousy scrap of paper? I didn't understand the significance of the moment then, but I do today. And it flashes forward, but like she looks exactly the same because art is hard.
Yeah.
Julia's words have served me in good stead for fully 2 decades, and her final testament clearly stated the fulfillment of my quest has indeed granted me oneness of the soul and a sense of peace and well-being worth any past or future price. By having faith in myself, the war against Robotnik was won. Knowing how the war against Robotnik is won, that's very much not true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
As was the heart of my beloved hedgehog. We have the kingdom now, a family. Yeah, we see them with kids, and Max Acorn's alive, and the children. Quite a handful. Now, after all these many years, the final link in an elaborate chain of events is about to be forged. And then Rotor finishes making the call. Hello, old friend. It's been a long time, and it would be longer still. Rotor had spent years striving to reclaim the technology that was lost when Nicole was destroyed during the decisive battle with Robotnik, and now that we're finally together again. Wait, I feel like this just doesn't happen, right?
yeah, if I'm right, that just this doesn't happen at all.
They just said shit. Ugh, I love comics. I
Yeah,
must
this
once
is
more say goodbye. Ever since the discovery of the trans-time portal, I knew where Nicole had come from and why. She was a gift to myself from myself, a friend when I needed one most. Without her, might never have lived to see this day, or to fully appreciate Julia's passing and the 6 little words which she left behind. To thine own self be true.
yeah. Usually, each company has at least one person who's in charge of continuity, and clearly they didn't have.
Well, I mean, it was started as a gag comic. You don't need continuity for a gag comic, but they fucking threw that out of the way. The mirror
Yeah,
zone. Swampbot types a computer message. Oh, right. Yeah, and then you have to put this into a mirror to read it because it's all backwards. Okay, and I think that's all for the actual stuff in this issue. Yeah, I think
yeah.
we can go to the next one.
The Night of 1,000 Sonics.
Yeah,
This is a fun one. Remember?
yeah. I'm Sonic. I'm Sonic. For the first time, I'm beside myself.
No, no, no. You know, so funny.
What is that thing, Sonic? I'm not sure, Princess, but it looks awfully familiar. Yeah, it's the Cosmic Highway or whatever. My guess would be
Yeah,
it's some doorway to another dimension or of life. Something's coming through. Get down. Sonic, he's you. Only he's a cyborg. Processing. Attack mode. Whoa, chill out, heavy metal dude. We're on your side, I hope. I don't understand. How can there be a Sonic and a Sonic cyborg? Now remember, something like this happened to me once before. The doorway must have been an exit from the cosmic interstate. Right, it's an interstate. You can get anywhere from there. Last time I took a wrong turn and ran into an evil version of myself. Trust me, it was not a pretty sight. It really wasn't that big of a deal. Uh, in theory, there are hundreds, thousands, maybe even a gazillions of other similar universes, and just as many different versions of me, including a knockoff Batman and Indiana Jones. That's a
yeah.
fact, Jack. Explanation mode. God, these comics are. You know, people are so right when they say that this is like significantly better than IDW. I know they're not talking about this, but it's still very funny to me.
Yeah.
My universe is a dark and terrible place. Oh, this is Terminator. All right.
Yeah.
Our terrible waste where robotic turned the freedom fighters into cyborgs, but that proved to be a fatal mistake. With our new half-animal, half-mechanical bodies, we were powerful enough to march onto Robotropolis and confront Robotnik for what we hoped would be at the final battle. We were wrong. To win the war, Robotnik subjected himself to his own roboticization process with crushing results. The resistance was terminated, and I fled onto the cosmic interstate in search of allies to fight this new menace. Robotnik was pure evil, but what he has become is infinitely worse. Now he threatens all universes, including your own. Don't sweat it, Chrome Dome. Me, myself, and I will put a stop to that.
I love. We're gonna have to say what our favorite Sonics is on this next stuff.
Oh, yeah. Several hundred
It's
side trips across the cosmic interstate later. Awesome. Yeah, Batman Sonic, Astronaut Sonic. Is
I
this?
love you could see
Wait, wait,
like
sorry. Is the one at the bottom in the middle gay Sonic? Is that what's supposed to be like Bear Sonic? What the fuck is that? Like he's
I
like,
love the Carney Sonic, this Carney Strongman Sonic. It was just lifting a 500 pound weight for no reason. The the Bear Sonic is so good.
dude, oh my god.
Cave Sonic, sure.
So maybe
Oh
you're all
god.
wondering why I called you here today. To put it bluntly, fellow hedgehogs, a crisis is upon us. Look at all the different Sonics. I wonder how many there are. It's a good question. How many can you find, reader? Thank you. I love early Archie. It's so good. One of Robotnik's countless counterparts has conquered his universe. The question is, what are we gonna do about it? You'll do nothing, hated hedgehog. Before the forces of Robo Robotnik.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Well done, Sonic. By gathering your hedgehog brothers, you've saved me the time and trouble of tracking them down. Soon this universe and all others shall belong to Robo Robotnik. Who does that upstart think he is? He he thinks he's me, and he's right in a way. Regardless, if any
I love that
Robotnik
Robot
is,
along with himself, and it's
yeah.
like canon for like even the mainline universe.
And then they have the cutout that you could like cut and paste and swap bots together. Ugh, dude,
Hey,
what a
use
time!
safety scissors. You
What?
make sure to use safety scissors, guys. You know,
My shadow swap bot's destroyed. Who dares? I dare, the true Dr. Ivo Robotnik. And your floating image doesn't scare me. This is my world, and it's big enough for the both of us. Be gone, you. As you wish, but I shall return. What, that's it? He just fucking leaves? Are you serious?
oh yeah, he leaves, and they're just like, "Fuck, we can't have this happen again." Shit, we need to like invade his universe now.
That's one down and one to go. You fools, do you really think he'd give it up so easily? I certainly wouldn't. Since this new menace is a threat to all our interests, I propose we cease in our private battles and pool our resources. This stinks worse than last week's chili dogs. But I guess we'll do it. Whatever. Bots and freedom fighters. I call this meeting to order. Well, they really just did anything.
yeah,
Yeah. So
we just
Big
got a
Dumb
bunch of
Sonic says that the little ones can't do anything.
got a
Well,
whole
we
Sonic.
can do
Yeah,
stuff, and they trip them.
yeah, they literally embarrass him.
Knock it off, guys. The guy has a plan. In order to second guess our mutual adversary, I've had to think like him, which means he's definitely searching for a way to destroy us all. And he could accomplish his goal if he had the Giant's Hand, an alien weapon of great power. They just make shit up. My genius
They
has located the weapon's likely position with a region known as the Neutral Zone. And we need to dispatch a squadron of Sonics across the cosmic interstate to go retrieve it. Go now quickly. For the sooner that I have the Giant's Hand in my hands, the sooner Ivo Robotnik will rule. I can't believe it. He was evil?
Oh no,
The evil
he's
character
gonna betray them
remains.
all.
How uncharacteristically ironic. My fleshy other self has allied himself with a legion of Sonics. Fortunately, I've saved the worst for last. So he grabs evil Sonic. Sorry, I mean Sonic in a leather jacket. That's all he is.
Yeah, I forget. Does this guy become Scourge later?
I think he does. I think this is Scourge. I think this is literally
Like,
Scourge.
I was pretty sure this is Scourge, just lame version. You know,
Yeah, this is
it's
lame
like,
Scourge.
yeah,
Where your evil can be put to good use, my friend. Listen, and I will tell you all you shall need to know. What? Uh, if you watch where you're going, you need to see for yourselves. Should split up. That trick never works. According to Robotics map, we need to head this way. Oh, there is no that way. Just a big empty space, a colorless void. Robotnik did claim this route ran along the border of the neutral zone. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go. The neutral zone. There is no color. I guess you're all up to you, sock readers. Holy shit! They made it a
yeah.
coloring book. They
They made it
fucking
into
did
a
it.
coloring.
Oh my god, it's just the
You know how
Infinity
much?
Gauntlet. It's literally just the infinity. Oh my fucking god!
Yes, it is.
I can't believe I didn't realize that sooner. Oh my fucking god, dude.
It legit just is.
Okay, that's the
That's
giant's hand. Wonder if a real giant wore it. I wonder what it does. Finds out soon enough, blue boy. Why are they in color? Aren't they in the neutral zone? Whatever. Who cares about continuity?
look. They got to save a lot of ink, a lot of color
Did
ink
they? How much ink did
to
this
panel.
even save? Like realistically.
Um, at least $1 of printer ink. Okay, there you
At least
go.
$1. And
One
literally,
dollar per issue.
Robotnik are cahoots. Once these black metal jacket types have done their thing, I'll be the one and only Sonic. Not so fast, Shades, because in case you've forgotten, they do some fighting. You buddies can swap my bots, but if the Giant's hand and I are headed back home to the home base, you and I aren't going anywhere except down and out. Damn, he got him.
Dude,
And he
this
goes,
this is
they teleported the Giant's hand because he can do that.
yeah,
At
this is the
last.
sad era of Scourge where it's just like he's completely pathetic. He's not like stealing Sonic's girl at this point, not that kind of
Oh
stuff.
god, I've heard a little bit about what becomes of this comic, and I'm not looking forward to certain arcs. I'll say like
Oh yeah.
there's a
Oh yeah.
lot of stuff that I'm not looking forward to. Now, with the press of a single button, the giant's hand will unfold and encase me, and he has a giant board. Okay,
Yeah. It's definitely it's one of the weapons.
awesome. The Night of 1,000 Sonics Part 4, because we need to split up this thing that is in a single issue of a comic into multiple parts. Awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely early Archie stuff where they're like,
Thank
how do
you.
we keep kids
I love that
occupied
Sally
while
is recapping the last page.
yeah, it's literally like my guess is the reason they did these parts thing is like reading retention. Like, oh well, the 5-year-old will want to put the comic down at this point, so they'll come back to it later, and they'll have a perfect part to come back to.
I
And it's
don't
like,
know.
no, kids can read a comic book
I
in one
do
go.
wonder, like, I would like to, because I asked about I asked about Bunny's backstory, though, because they came up with the one where she gets roboticized in Archie, and I asked him, like, I guess this is probably from Sad AM. It's not. It's just not explained in Sad AM, apparently. So I do wonder, like, I wonder if like Rosie is a character from that, or if that's some shit they just made up, because I have no idea.
I haven't watched Shining in so long, I can't remember.
And Sally's like, if you guys work together, you do better.
Oh boy,
Now that
thanks for information.
spare me the false bravado, you red, white, and blue buffoon. I I guess he is technically those colors. While I control the giant Borg, you are less than nothing. Farewell,
Cool.
my miniature enemies. It's been fun, but the outcome was never in doubt. Now, while he's off balance, let's give him everything we've got. See if you could find these objects in the image.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like this one. Like, this is like a little
a
fun
pretty cool
activity too.
spread. I'll be honest. Outside
Yeah,
of the silly like find the thing in it,
find the
like
muffler. Like, I do like seeing like thousands of Sonics smash into a robot at the same time.
this is maybe the closest thing to a competent story arc that's in Archie. Like this might be the first quote unquote good Archie story.
Yeah, it realistically probably is. Like,
Crash. Dang, they got him. They crashed him. That's the end of Giant Borg. What about Robo Robotnik? This does not compute. Alas, poor Robo. Guess the big guy finally lost his head. I'll take care of that. And I won't be back. Hasta la vista, Hedgehog.
hint: he does not actually take care of that.
Ugh, incredible. Upon destruction, Giant Borg has broken down into interlocking parts like a jigsaw puzzle, and they are mine. All mine. You were saying curses foiled again and again and again. Can't leave these parts lying around. Who knows if they could be connected to reform Giant Borg? I've got a great idea. With its interlocking parts scattered to the four corners of creation, I don't think we'll be hearing from Giant Borg anytime soon. Are you sure you
Yeah.
put? Are you sure the pieces will be safe with them? Hey, if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? I wonder if they bring this back. It would actually be kind of neat if they bring this back and have like Robotnik at some point go and actually get all the pieces and rebuild the Giant Borg and redo this arc. Like,
Like the Watchmen version of this, where like Robotnik's going across universes killing Sonics and
yeah.
collecting their piece. Like,
All right.
like
Issue
this,
20. Issue 20. This will be. This should be a good stopping point, and then we can just talk about it, and that'll be the end of the. And also, if anyone's watching this, which I'm not sure how many people will be, tell me what you think about this versus the first one, and I'll see like I maybe we'll do this on call just to like read through it or something. I may or may not upload them if people end up not liking it, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, I think this is a how they find.
this
Oh,
is like basically this is around a time frame where they had the death of Superman and stuff like that. Like, this is, you can see the appeal they're going for with this issue cover.
yeah, this is crazy. The SWAT see us will never locate and destroy Robotnik's antimatter machine. Chill. Oh wait, she doesn't have her vest anymore. Ah, damn, they forgot the continuity. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Told you they didn't have the continuity cop in their universe yet.
We've got to take risks. Besides, this gives us a chance to chat. Well, the thing is, I remember hearing that like the way they did Archie Sonic was that they just had them like write scripts and then they just printed random ones. So like you could have like multiple different authors like writing scripts for different like chapters, and like one would like develop a continuity thing, and then it would come out before things that were written like but or come out after things that were written before it or before things that were written after it, and or no, before things that were
Yeah,
written before it or after things that were written after it. Whatever, you get what I
basically
mean.
they had no sense of order yet,
Yeah,
and then the sense of order comes in with the great, amazing Ken Penders.
yeah. You know,
Look, crap on him all you want. Like,
he
that's when things started having order to it. It's
it did
like,
become more readable as a linear story. You can't say that it didn't. That is
like
not a criticism you could make.
like yes. Does he write cringe? Of course he does. Does he like?
Uh,
Like, I talked to the guy. He's a nice guy. He's just cringe. That's all.
uh, how can you make jokes? Yada yada. Antimatter. That's the thing that we've decided to make. Oh, Nicole's here. Wait, so they have Nicole but not the vest? That happened in the same. Whatever.
Oh, there's no continuity cop here to make sure that where's the vest. You
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, Nicole says that antimatter is nearby. Be careful, Sonic. That must be Robotnik's antimatter machine. Have you seen Robotnik lately? This could be his new food processor. That's weird. There are no guards around. Doesn't matter. They couldn't stop me, and neither could Robotub.
I just love that he felt the need to call him fat without saying fat, and then called him fat after. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
this could be a new food processor, and they just literally called him a tub.
Lava lamp. It could be a trap, Sonic. Don't rush. Oh, he rushed in without thinking. That's
Oh
crazy.
boy.
Anyway, Robotnik's here now, and he's gonna get roboticized. Neat. Your speed won't help you because there's no escape. There's still a chance. I'll set Rotor's homemade bomb to go off. And cut through the door with a sonic spin before it explodes. Oh, he trips. Oh, awesome. So, like, Sonic was defeated by tripping over a wire. Cool.
Sonic was defeated by his own feet. Oh no.
Hours
So,
later, Sally, are you okay? Looks like she's hurt. There's an explosion at Robotnik's headquarters. I barely got out alive. Where's Sonic? He was caught in the explosion. There's no way he could have survived. What are you saying, Sally? I'm saying that Sonic is gone, Tails. He sacrificed himself to destroy a device that would have doomed the freedom fighters. He died a hero. I don't believe it. Sonic is the greatest, and nothing could destroy him. You must put your face. You must put your face to the fact. Sonic was always so full of the spirit. I hate how they write Antoine. At least early on.
Yeah.
The French accent is so bad. It's just broken English for no reason.
And now he is the spirit. Like,
God, it's so goofy. Dear reader, due to a sad turn of events, there is the Sonic logo is no longer needed. This is stupid, but I do think that bit's okay.
yeah.
I will say, like, it really does feel like an early Archie. It's so impossible to take anything like seriously, like take any of the stakes seriously, because the comic doesn't take the stakes seriously at any point. Like,
Oh no! Like, why else do you think they would literally kill Sonic off just to bring him back in like antimatter form right now? Like,
yeah, like on the next page, one page later, he's there.
There's literally no suspense. He's dead. Not really dead.
No, he is. I guess he is like a spirit or whatever. The steel door just missed me. I couldn't have. Where did I go? I can't see myself. Something strange is going on here. I have to get back to Knot Hall. There's the gang. Hey guys, it's me. Sonic, we dedicate, blah blah blah, and then the memorial. Wow, it looks really good. Tails is our best artist, but he wouldn't take the job. I refuse to believe my buddy Sonic is dead. Tails is right, dude. See, I'm right here. Check it out. Get real, Tails. Your brother's dead. Fuck you. I'm just imagining.
I saw the explosion with my own eyes. He's gone. Finished.
I just imagine this. Like, I don't know why, but I just got the idea of, like, Sally being really mean to Tails about the idea that Sonic's dead.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, now Sonic thinks he's a ghost. Might as well go live by myself in the forest. What am I saying? I can't live anywhere. Sigh. Later, there must be some advantage to being a ghost. Let's see. I don't have to fight any bots. I don't have to eat my vegetables. I'll save money on Halloween costumes. Who am I kidding? Being a ghost is totally uncool. I might as well be a rock. But then he hurt himself. He's like, what?
Yeah.
I must be real. Moby admitted, I know what happened. The antimatter machine exploded and I must have made me invisible, unsolid, and silenced my voice somehow. And now I'll bet 2 of those effects wore off. Let's see. Howdy, big fella. Like, I do love, like, this is something I notice having in Archie a lot. Well, there'll be a concept that they want to get across very specifically, and it's, like, not really explained by the events of the comic at all. So they just have a character say what's going on. Like, just jump wildly to a conclusion.
It's literally telling and not showing, instead of being like, wait, why was I able to kick that rock? Let me try something else. Oh, nope, that didn't work yet. I guess I can move things somewhat. Yeah.
We're on our way to Robotropolis to avenge your death. Awesome. Sonic is destroyed. I win. Blah, blah, blah. The other freedom fighters are no use without Sonic. Apparently, considering what happened in Forces, that's literally just true.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're coming at him. They decided to just rush into battle like idiots. You know the plan. One of us has somehow got to find Robotnik and force him to surrender once and for all. Sonic gave us his life for our cost. Now it's up to us to finish the job. What if he finds us before we find him? Excellent. Snatch them up. Sonic's there. Take the controls over, and then he crashes the plane. A lot of... Yeah. I want you to give Mobius back to the Freedom Fighters, exercise, and get a hairpiece. Now get out of here. And they jump out. There they go. Oh no, he's visible again. Ditch the bird and join... Yeah. Still can't figure out. Bog just bailed out of this plane and then flew it away. I thought for sure he was going to attack us. I'll bet it was Sonic who stopped Robotnik. When are you going to admit that Sonic is... Oh, and then he's alive. and then he explains what happens, and then Robotnik thinks he's Ghost, and Snively sees that Sonic's alive, and then he has Elvis hair. Okay, Princess.
Yeah, he's
Oh look,
not telling him
it's
ahead of time.
this. It's the plot. We found the plot again.
Yeah.
I always forget that like the first issue is like literally nothing, and then we get to the Princess Sally shit, and that's where all the plot is. God. Okay, so she pretends to be a duck, and she climbs out of the water. Deadliest of Species prologue. Ken Pender. She takes down a SWAT bot. Wait a sec. One second. Oh wait. No, I think I know what this is. Okay. More sneaking. Decryption in progress. Access code established. Command link achieved. It's gonna explode. We have the countdown and she's running. And then
Just laugh
oh
excited.
no, 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 no.
I was
No!
waiting
I didn't think he was gonna show up this early. Oh no.
one's
Ugh.
favorite character. Jeffrey St. John's here to save the day.
No. Fucking pedo skunk is here. Ugh.
I was just waiting for you to get to the page where it's
I saw the stupid ass wrist mounted crossbow he has, which looks dumb by the way.
I know, right?
Such
Like
a
the
shit.
worst version of Guts' little crossbow thing. Berserk.
God, okay. Who are you? I'm the person who's about to shoot you. Shouldn't he know who Sally is? How fucking stupid is he? Anyway,
He is pretty
explode.
bad.
That's an explosion. Thank you for saving me from the explosion. You're Princess Sally. I should have already fucking known that. I'm
I
Skunk.
one of these days I got a message Ken Penders again and just like ask him like, is this a self insert? Like I need to know.
Look,
I
he's
gotta
gonna
just ask
say
him-
no, but I think we know what the real answer is. I think we all know. Well, okay, no, because Knuckles is a self insert, so this can't be self
I
insert.
mean, depends. I mean, Knuckles is just like it was his like toy. Like he was like, wait, this character has no like Bible I have to follow, so I can just do whatever. Like,
Rebel Underground, make your acquaintance. I wasn't aware of any. They have a low profile, whatever. Wonder what tricks you have up your sleeve. And that's it.
that's our introduction to the pedo skunk. Literally, like, I like the worst part about it is like they had the skunk character. They had like the design of what not to do from Pepe Le Pew, and then they did Pepe Le Pew but worse.
Oh my god, he's a. I mean, I guess. Yeah, wait, is Pepe Le Pew a skunk or is he the cat? No, he's the skunk. And he's
Pepe Le
yeah,
Pew is the skunk that chases the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally Pepe Le Pew. It's literally that. I
love
can't
cartoons,
believe
but they're like awful. They're like awful. Like it was like, I laughed. Like
at least the person that
terrible.
Pepe Le Pew is forcing himself upon is of age. Like at least they're this. At least
At least
he's not
Pepe Le Pew
going
has
down.
standards. At least he has some standards,
I mean, like, debatably, yeah. Like, oh my god, it's. Oh man, I forgot that I would have I forgot that there is no respite. Like there is no point where like the plot starts, but also we don't have to deal with the terrible bullshit. Like no, it's like it's straight into the love triangle between the 30-year-old and the 16-year-old. Like
Yeah,
immediately.
It's bad. It's real bad.
God. Okay. So, thoughts about this section of Archie Sonic. Nicole showing up is like neat. It's all set up for no payoff as far as I can remember. it's I think A Night of a Thousand Sonics is the only good thing from this like 4 or 5 issue span. I'm pretty sure of
Yeah,
that.
like that, and like starting to set up like, all right, where do we want to actually go with this thing? You know, like
Yeah.
you could see like they want like Sally to be like a liberator, a monarch. You know, like to free them, not just to be like, oh, I'm here, damsel in distress. So like they've done a
It
lot
is
of like,
crazy how you can tell the difference immediately between Pinder stuff and everyone else's. Like, it's like the
yeah,
back half of each of these issues is so different to everything else. It's insane.
like if I remember right, Penders said he had worked on like Captain Atom and like some other stuff previously, so he had like some experience in the business already. Like he knew how to write a freaking comic that wasn't like I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised how many of these comics were just written by like people writing like Archie comics, like actually Archie. Like where it's just like, oh, we need to tell a gag every 5 seconds, because it's Archie. Like, uh, yeah, like it's so much better when he's writing something. It's not great, but it's like leaps and bounds better. Like, even though we have to get introduced to freaking the worst guy ever. You there? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah. I could hear you the whole time. I was talking. I guess I messed up my mic. So that's going to be a fun part of the video.
Oh boy,
Um,
I love that. Yeah, like it's just leaps and bounds better.
well, okay,
Like
so what I was saying when my mic was off was that like I will say I am of the opinion that this stuff is better than the gag comic stuff. I know people who have the opposite opinion, who say that the gag stuff was better than the plot stuff until like at least a good bit until like some of the Pinder stuff was okay, and then like obviously the Flynn takeover. A lot of people say that made it a
yeah,
lot better, but like I prefer this because I have more fun getting mad at Pedo Skunk than I do reading bad like comics for 5-year-olds. Like
like it's the best way I've heard it described before was like you're reading like a bad teen drama, and
okay,
reading the
yeah,
bad teen drama is better than reading like literally for kids, like literally for like a 5-year-old stuff.
yeah. It, it's very like it it's just so strange and like reading this it's just it like it's hard not to get like such whiplash from like what each of the writers have such a different like Pinders and every like there's Pinders and then there's everyone else basically at this point it feels
Yeah,
like
like I said, everyone else feels like they're writing an Archie or a Jughead comic, and like
mhm,
Penders feels like he's writing like a superhero comic. Like.
yeah. And it's it is worth pointing out that from what I've heard, this stuff does like Archie Sonic would have died if it had not gone in this direction. Like the gag stuff would not have lasted. So there, it it's interesting.
Yeah, it is probably for the best, but even though it's also for the worst at the same time.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So I
well, this podcast was sponsored by the new Magic the Gathering Secret Lair, don't you know? That
yeah,
both me and you
by
bought, right?
sponsored you mean we both paid them to wait a month
Yeah,
for them to finally ship us cards.
we both paid them for
Dude, like
Sonic cards.
I forgot how bad the secret layer process was. So that did that came out today. I made a video about it a while back, and like it was like an hour long wait to buy cards, and the only reason it's an hour, like, so the way the system works for any normal person who has no idea what we're talking about, like, you have to go to their site, and then you have to join a queue, and then that queue is like an automatic process that just runs, and you have to wait like about an hour at least. I think I waited a little bit over an hour. I know it was longer for you. I got lucky,
Yeah.
honestly.
I'll say the only time I've had this queue process like this is buying tickets to like a convention or a concert.
Yeah, like,
Like,
and it's for trading cards. And the thing about trading cards is that trading cards are like, they are not supposed to be inherently hard to get a hold of, right? They're supposed to be something that kids can buy with their lunch money, you know? It's like it's not supposed to be like a super high barrier to entry. And the issues with like scalping and like secret layers used to be print to demand, right? What they did is they ran the sale and you could go in and order during the sale. And then once they ended the sale, they printed all of the secret layers. So they knew exactly how many they needed, and then they printed all of them, and then they shipped them out, right? But now
yeah,
how it works is they just print them normally, and then they have this queue system so that people don't scalp the fuck out of them because there isn't an infinite supply, or at least there isn't a supply that meets demand perfectly.
yeah,
So they have to like, obviously they can't overprint stuff, because if they overprint stuff then they lose money, and so they have to guess how popular each thing will be, and then like set like order limits and stuff appropriately to try and discourage scalping. But people will try to scalp it anyway because you have enough money, you could just keep buying and buying and buying, and it's like it's a whole mess. And on top of that, it's also going to take like a month for them to ship the cards, despite the fact that they're not print to demand anymore. So like we
yeah.
have all of the downsides of like the print to demand model and the like limited run model, and like none of the upsides. It sucks. It fucking sucks. Like, there's not
Yeah.
much else to say about it.
It's like buying from limited run games before and after. Like the benefit from buying before was it was actually limited, and uh you could like you would get the product way faster because they just printed X amount, you know.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're still saying, "Oh, it's not gonna ship until like I think they say August or whatever."
Yeah.
Like, why? Why is it not just shipping out next week? I bought it. That's it. You know, you printed it already. You're not printing it now. Like
I
it's
mean, it
already
might
done.
be, but I don't understand why the sale is happening now if they haven't printed. Like
If they haven't printed it yet, then they should just do print to demand.
yeah, exactly. Like, it does. It makes no sense. There is like zero, like, there's zero logic behind like the distribution model. I suspect the reason it's done this way is because setting up an efficient way of like either doing print to demand or like a normal print run that's sold and like combat scalping properly would cost them, like, it would cost them more money to set up, and so they just like let it be shitty and slap on band-aid solutions.
Yeah. Honestly, this is encourages scalping more.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I used to buy limited run stuff before, you know, you would have to wait like 7 months for one item. Uh, I would buy one for me and then one to sell, and the one I would sell would go up in price to cover the cost of the one I bought. And that's what a lot of people ended up doing back
That
then.
that sucks. Like, that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like, when this like happened, like, I've had that thought before, because every time I bought a secret layer, the cards have gone up in price over time. Like, people will like do these analysis of like, I don't know if buying this secret layer was worth it, guys. If you look at the market price of these cards, it's like the market price doesn't matter. This is a limited run, like, exclusive print thing
like
that they're almost
what
certainly not going to reprint like this version of.
what
Um,
matters most is literally like not it has nothing from what I've seen it has nothing to do with like what card gets printed. It has everything to do with what property they picked up for this print. Like
it's it depends. I think the Kaleidoscope Killers, which was like the 5-color ones, like, I think that one went up in price a lot. It like just depends on like either are the cards like generally desirable, like not even competitively, not like like just cards that people would
Uh,
generally want, or like are they collectible? Like I remember one of the like of the initial super drop that they did, where they like launched a bunch of them at once. One of the ones that went up the most in price was the Godzilla lands, because it was a $40 drop for one of each basic land with Godzilla on it. And if people were like, I'm not fucking buying that. That sounds like a shit deal, and it was. But also, like now each of those basics is worth like $50, and it costs $40 to buy five of them, because there's like almost none of them, right? Like only a few people printed them or bought
yeah,
them, and they're lands with Godzilla on them. That's sick as fuck.
yeah.
Like,
Well, like how do I say it? Like I've seen like them get burnt with certain properties because they weren't smart about it. Like the Doctor Who ones, like literally only like two of those commander decks were actually like desirable. You know, it was like the enemies of the Doctor, and like obviously the most popular Doctors was 10 and 11.
mm,
And then like you can go right now, if I remember, and buy like Doctors 1 to like 8 for like $40 the commander deck. Like it's like like it's literally like, you know, they're not being really like. Meanwhile, like the Warhammer one, for example, is like it didn't matter which one you picked. It was like double or triple the price that it was supposed to be retail. You know, like
yeah.
they're not like the Sonic one's an easy one. Like you know you're gonna get the Sonic. It's not. It's not. It's a no brainer.
Yeah,
You know,
I
this one's gonna
honestly
sell.
think they may have legitimately been surprised at how well it sold. Because I like the question is always like, it's not is this property big? It's is the crossover between this big property and people who want trading cards big, and that can be kind of hard to gauge. And for Sonic, I think it is pretty well sized. I've seen like random people who like talk about Sonic bring up card trading card games, like just it on Sonic Tube in general. So I think like just
Yeah.
culturally they're adjacent to each other enough that like a lot of Sonic fans and a lot of like the Magic people that I know, like people who I know are just into Magic, are picking this up because they remember playing the classic Sonic games, or like Sonic Adventure 2 or Heroes or whatever when they were young,
Look,
you know?
you know, I don't even play Magic the Gathering. I picked this up, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll make a commander deck for this." Like this.
Yeah, it does help that Shadow might be legitimately fucking broken. Like, let's like putting split second on any spell in the game is I can't believe they printed that. Like, that's actually crazy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get banned. He's gonna get
He's
banned.
not getting banned. They're not banning it. Like I
I mean, from like, because you can use these in outside of Commander, right?
Yeah, you can
After
do
a
it. Like
while.
they're in Legacy and Vintage only, and honestly, a 4 mana creature is not going to see play
Okay.
in Legacy. Like that's
Oh
sort of
yeah.
the logic behind how they print a lot of stuff these days. Is that anything that costs like 4 mana is probably just not good enough. Like you have to make a card really egregious for it to see play at 4 mana.
Oh, just make it green, right? I mean, they'll just mana ramp up to it and then play it on turn two, right?
The thing is, slamming a 4 drop on turn 2 isn't good enough in Legacy when you just eat a Force of Will. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's Magic is a really weird game. It's just it's so weird because like as much as I say that like that is true that they can kind of print anything on like a 4 drop and like it'll be okay because it's a 4 mana spell in Legacy. But also like Sheo sees play in Legacy. We're getting into card game stuff now. I'm realizing we should
Yeah,
maybe pivot back to the Sonic stuff. Or
yeah.
I don't know.
I with the Sonic Secret Layer because that was such a not fun process to buy. It was not fun to sit down for like an hour and 30 minutes to spend $130.
Yes,
Like,
I love losing $50. I love spending $100 for pieces of cardboard. I love
I,
product.
I was like, oh yeah, I gotta figure out how to make up for this now.
Yeah, yeah. I uh, I so I've told you this a while, and I haven't really spoken about this on the channel because it doesn't matter to the channel. But I am in the process of selling off most of my Magic collection. I went up and sold it like on like a couple days before the store owner at the store I went to had to head out of town for a funeral, I think. And so over the like last 2 weeks, I've just been waiting for him to get back from like having to go to visit his family and stuff. And I
Damn.
think tomorrow should be the day that he's finally back from all that, and I can like see if like everything's sorted out or not. And it's just it's been a
I
very
really
long
hope they give you a
process.
good number for it, because like, especially making you wait 2 weeks. Like, you telling me no one else could have crunched the numbers out and then just have a number that they could send to him and him approve it or not? Like,
It's like it's not the price. I don't think it's like I think it's like actually like getting the money and like putting it like it's not like doing the work that is the issue. I think it's like literally just the because it's gonna be like at least $1,000 definitely, and that's enough money that like considering that it's not that big of a store, they kind of need the guy in charge to like get things
yeah,
like official before they hand that amount of money over to somebody, even if I am like someone they know, you know, like it's it's a whole thing. God.
so which Sonic deck are you making first?
I'm gonna make Sonic because he's broken. He's super good. Like make
Yeah,
a treasure anytime a creature with haste or flash is damaged is crazy. Like the fact like if they weren't tapped treasures, I think you could like literally combo kill the entire table like fairly easily with that. Um, it's gonna be like a bit slower because they are tapped, but I don't think it's gonna be like I expect that deck to be like a lot more powerful than people expect it to be, honestly. Um,
I just want to make Amy because it seems like she could just equip like the Infinity Gauntlet and then like punch someone with it instantly.
Amy's fun. One thing that I didn't mention that I thought of in my video is that there's a card called Colossus Hammer, which is a 1 mana equipment that gives a creature +10/+10 and removes flying from it, but it also like costs 10 to equip. And so Amy can just grab that shit. Like she could just pick up the 1 mana 10/10 hammer and smack somebody for 13 and
That's
also give another
exactly what
creature
I
plus
want.
13 attack. Like
That's exactly what I want out of Amy. That's perfect, actually.
yeah, yeah. So, another thing that's like, I guess Sonic enough. This might just become my like sort of weird Sonic podcast where we read Archie at first and then we talk about random Sonic shit. But, I, I, yesterday, and I posted about this on my thing just to get people's opinions. Yesterday, I watched. There's something about Amy, like the entire series from Mashed, and it was I think you haven't seen it still. I think I'm like the only person I know who has seen it, and it's very weird. And I ended up enjoying it like way more than I thought because I thought I would like hate it, but I actually kind of liked it, and so I was extremely pleasantly surprised, even though I don't like it that much. You know?
Yeah, like my experience with like Sonic YouTubers, like outside of you, has like, oh, I love this guy, or oh my god, why do people watch this person at all?
Yeah.
And for the
The thing
most part, I
is
found
like
on the playing side of things, like it's great. On the just speculation side of things, like I said, outside of you, I've found some real cringe out there.
yeah, I it's strange. I feel like one of the only people who I've personally found who talks about like Sonic from a story perspective that I enjoy listening to is Game Apologist, and even then I get annoyed with him. Like when I was watching the IDW, because I've seen like basically all of his IDW reviews after like because I read IDW because I watched his Metal Virus thing, and then I went back and I read the whole thing for myself, and I loved it, and then I went back and watched his reviews of the whole thing. And I enjoyed that process. But the thing that annoyed me a lot was that he just like anytime something was tangentially similar to Archie, he had to bring up Archie. And like I get it, I get that you were a big Archie fan, like, but like, please stop comparing any woman in a position of authority to Sally Acorn. I am
I'm
fucking
my
begging you.
parody version of that would literally be me reading Sonic the comic, the British one, and then being like, "Ah, yes, this compares to just like Sonic the comic issue."
The thing is, I know Sonic the comic people. I know people who are like pro Sonic the comic in the same way that like super big Archie heads are. But like the thing is that there's not as fucking annoying about it. Like they,
Oh yeah, I have to read Sonic the comic. It looks wild.
like honestly, if we do this long enough, if we actually get done with Archie, I'm doing Sonic the comic next. Like we're gonna do Fleetway next. Like
Oh, nice.
and then
I
I'm
heard they
probably
have.
gonna do all the weird Sonic manga that exists out there or whatever. And then maybe Sonic X or some shit. I don't know.
Is there? I heard that they do fan comics still for Sonic the comic, right?
I know. I think they do stuff for Archie still. I know. I don't know. The fan like side for Sonic is kind of insane. Like I don't think I've seen like it's weird because I don't I I've seen a lot of fandoms, and obviously, like every fandom has like a lot of people who make like fan works for it. But like when you compare like the size of the community to the sheer amount of like not only stuff that they produce, but like high quality stuff that they produce, I don't think I've ever seen a community that like has the same numbers that the Sonic community does. Like,
Yeah, I
it
will say, like, so I've been around the block a long time. I've been looking at
yeah,
the Sonic fan community stuff for a long time. Man, has it gotten so much better? Because when I first started looking into like Sonic fan games and stuff like that, they were some of the worst things I've ever seen. Like the best thing was like Sonic Robo Blast, and that wasn't even back then. Sonic Robo Blast 2. It was like, oh, this is decent, you know.
yeah,
And the way things have transformed since that time, like honestly,
yeah.
I'm in awe constantly of how good the Sonic fan base is at making fan material.
Yeah, like it is an insane like the I think Sonic is it. This is like one aspect of that, but I'm always so confused when people say that like, oh, we're entering a dark age of Sonic right now. It's like I legitimately think this is the best place the franchise has been in, maybe since like the '90s. Honestly, like,
I think people forgot how bad the era after '06 was, where
mm-hmm,
everyone lied to themselves and said Sonic and Secret Rings was decent game, and then they lied to themselves again and said Colors was a good game. Because I will say, playing Sonic Colors after playing like Generation and stuff like that, because I didn't have a Wii to
mm-hmm.
play that at all. Holy crap, does it suck? Sonic Colors is garbage compared to like the stuff that came out like generations and on. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, people must have just been hungry for like a good game. Like, and they was yeah, this is our good game, you know? Like
Like I mean when you compare colors to to '06, like when you put anything next to '06, it makes it look a lot better. And I can't believe the cope that like people have about like Sonic in general. People will say that anything is good. Like people will go back and like completely like rewrite history. Like the
look,
number of
I
people
I was gonna say I know I'm in the minority when I say I love Forces and Forces is the games. But I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like Unleashed is an amazing game and always wasn't. I'm gonna be the controversial one here and be like, yeah, what the hell are you guys smoking? That game is
the
garbage.
thing is that from what I heard, and this is something that I've heard whenever I was a kid, like a small kid, like only like a few years out from Unleashed coming out when I was like 10 or whatever. The thing about Unleashed is that it's really hard to talk about because the consensus basically is the Sonic stages are good, the Werehog stages are terrible, and the Werehog stages are like 80% of the game. Like most of the game is bad, but there are good parts to it, right? It's a it's really hard because I can understand why someone who like really loves what Unleashed had in terms of Sonic stages is like, but like it's a good game, guys. It has like this like gameplay that's like
you know how
really
easy my
redefined
argument
boost like the Sonic
why
formula
forces.
in 3D and like yada yada yada. It's like that doesn't matter to the average person.
Do you know how easy my argument would be for why forces is good if I use their logic? Like, I'll just be like, yeah, guess what? The Sonic stages are fun. The created character's stupid but fun, and the only bad thing about it is classic Sonic. Okay, that's 60% of the game right there. 2/3 of the game is good. 1/3 of it's bad. No, like I love the music in Sonic Forces. No one's gonna complain about the music, but they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's not Crush 42 or whatever it is again." Crush 40.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name.
yeah.
All I know is they have to fight for hell to
I
get their
will
money
say
right
I
now.
have not personally gotten the chance to. I think I've played like a level of Forces at most when I was like at someone else's house. I haven't gotten the chance to actually play through Forces myself. But I also like it's one of those things where like I want to seek out a way to play more Sonic games, but I'm probably gonna start with the ones that are considered good. I'm not gonna use money on like playing the bad Sonic games to form my own opinion on them. You know?
Exactly. I mean, I know I helped you out a little bit with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gave you Future 1 and 2 and stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I definitely gave you some of the good ones. Like,
Yeah, I
I didn't give you the bad ones.
yeah, the Sonic Adventure games are so like I don't want to like retread that entire controversy. But like
Yeah.
it is weird to me, and like this is another thing I guess where it's like kind of the revisionism of like Sonic, the Sonic fandom, because I remember there was just like there's this time period, and I think it was like started by a Chow Mix video, but there was a time where like it became the common community sentiment that the only reason why people dunked on Sonic in like the 2010s was because YouTubers started making a bunch of videos like dunking on the games or whatever. And
Yeah.
I mean that
I was like, that was like, I remember when that happened. That was like, I won't say it's the only reason, but that was like 70% of the reason. Like, it became, after '06, it became popular. It was like the cool kid thing to do.
yeah.
Like, oh, look at me. Sonic is bad. You know, it's like, dude, like you could have some bad Sonic games. I would point out to people like, dude, there's even bad Mario games. You can say Mario's bad now. Like I could point to you like 3 or 4 bad Mario games right now.
Well,
Like,
the thing is that I remember I was super online in the gaming space when that happened. And the thing is that I think people are misremembering it a little bit because there was that same sort of cynicism towards like everything. It was just that I feel like Sonic kind of seemed like the easiest target. Like people had that same sort of like there was like a ton of debate about like which Mario like which 3D Mario game was actually bad. I remember people back at the time were saying that like actually 3D like Mario Galaxy kind of sucks like when you compare it to like 64 and Sunshine or whatever, and like actually this is
oh,
like the only good 3D Mario like
what I remember arguing back then was like, literally everyone was trying to like gaslight me into saying Sunshine is bad. And I was like, what are you talking about? Sunshine's great.
yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? Sunshine's a fun game. Like,
The main thing that I remember like the main thing that stuck out to me is like how much hate there was for Skyward Sword in particular. That is like one of the other games that like had like
oh,
an almost
yeah.
mythical level of
You
hate
know why?
on YouTube on gaming YouTube at
You
that
want to
time.
know why? Like, because if you play it, you'll understand. Kind of.
I
It's
played
one of those
Skyward Sword
cases
as a
like
kid.
okay, like, did you not get tired of swinging the
I
Wii
did,
mote around?
yeah. I thought I the thing is I have very mixed feelings on Skyward Sword. It's been a very long time since I played it. But there's so many things that about that game that I really fucking love, and just as many that I fucking hate. Like, it has really good dungeons. It has like a lot of like really clever ideas and a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of like very fun and a lot of very like smart and like fun gameplay segments. But the story is dog shit. The controls are just so fucking annoying to use. It's such a
Yeah.
tiring game to play. And
It really is. It was an actual. It was more of a workout than We Fit. Like, you know, like.
yeah, it like I understand like the controversy, but I think that like I
If
I
you want
think
to go into the big one that wasn't Sonic back then, remember all the hate Japanese RPGs got during that time frame?
I remember some of it. That was
Like
not
outside of
necessarily my wheelhouse as much.
yeah, outside of Final Fantasy 13, almost any Japanese RPG instantly got hated on. And like there are people like, why can't you make a good game? Like they were saying, why can't you make a good game like Fallout or Skyrim or like, or if you're gonna
Implying
play a
that
Japanese
Fallout,
RPG, why aren't you making Demon Souls? Like, you know, like,
yeah, I was gonna say implying that Skyrim is a good game, but whatever.
like, well,
I
it's a good game on PC.
if you but like literally the Skyrim thing is exactly the fucking Sonic Adventure 2 argument. Guys, if you just install a shit ton of mods, the game is actually good. Like if you just take out half the game and re-edit it with other shit, the game becomes playable. Like
Yeah, there's a reason I usually go back and play. And I don't play Skyrim as much.
yeah,
Like, 'cause I'm like, all right, this feels like an actual RPG. Like,
I But the one thing that always sticks out to me is like the IDW hate, since IDW Sonic is a big part of why I became a Sonic fan. And it like really impressed me when I first read it, especially once like the more I learned about the context surrounding it. I really appreciated it, and I can't understand the people who like hate IDW Sonic specifically, but who like the one thought I always have when people like shit on IDW Sonic is like, what Sonic stories do you like? Like I can't imagine comparing the comic to any of the actual games and being like, yeah, like Sonic Unleashed has a better written story than IDW Sonic does. Like I can't understand the person who would say that, you know?
yeah, I don't. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, it's so nostalgia really blinds people.
Yeah.
I'll be at work and someone will be like trying to buy like a Game Boy Color, and I'll be like, for the same price you can get like a DS, right? Like a DS that can play GBA and like GBA and DS games and is backlit, right? You know, right? And they're like, I want the color. I'm like, well, why don't you get the SP, which has a backlight and it costs like $40 more or whatever, but you'll have a backlight and it can play GBA games. No, I want the color. It's just like, okay.
I mean, I guess you could argue there's some like historical value there, but like, yeah, nostalgia's a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's very obvious in terms of like Sonic games have it really bad, but another franchise that has it really bad is Pokemon. Like you could every time when someone says this was the best Pokemon game, they're just saying the one that they played when they were a kid. Like every time, that's how it works out. Like, and I'm not different. I'm a big Gen 4 lover because I played the shit out of Platinum when I was like very very young.
The best generation. Like after playing a bunch of them, as much as I would love to say one of the generations I grew up with, like Sun and Moon really sold me. Like finding interdimensional Pokemon and like having like friends that have like characters. They have like a character and a personality to them.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
It's super weird because like my experience with Pokemon is like it's kind of vast, but it's also like weirdly limited. So I've played a lot of Gens 4, 6, 8, and 9. And I have some experience with like Gen 3 and like some limited experience with Gen 3. But like the first two gens I didn't really get to touch, and like all the odd numbered gens, or I guess 5 and 7 specifically. I was at a point in my life, like, or I guess my family at the time was not at a point where I could like afford a DS at that point, or I lost the one I had and we couldn't get a new one, and I just missed that generation. I just didn't have the console to play it. So
Yeah, I played a lot of 1 to 3, and then I played like Heart Gold on Gen 4,
mm-hmm.
and then played like I think Black or White, whichever version was White. one that has Zekrom. I think is white. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's reverse color.
Yeah. So I played white, and I was having a lot of fun with all of them. But like, like when I go back and play those now, like I don't play the regular versions anymore. I usually just download them now. It's been like the most fun I'm having playing like Pokemon now is going and playing like Dragon Ball Z team training and like, oh, I'm raising my Yamcha and Gohan up to the next level.
Ugh, man, Pokemon is such a weird franchise.
It
Like,
really is.
I've never seen a franchise come up with so many good ideas only to abandon them in the next game and like never come back to them. Like, what? Why was following Pokemon only ever done well in like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and like Go for the original 151 specifically? Why has it been
Yeah.
a garbage feature in literally every other game?
Oh, that reminds me. I've never felt so far behind in Pokemon than I have recently. So like I didn't play Arceus or whatever. Okay, so I was
Mhm.
like fine, whatever. I didn't play Scarlet and Violet, and I feel completely lost. Like there's future Pokemon and past Pokemon, is past versions and future versions.
Yeah.
Like this, like here's like Iron Hands. It's Robot Hariyama, and it's like
Hmm.
I'm just like, what happened? What happened? I missed one generation. What happened? Like
The
like
honestly, I think Gen 9 is up there. I haven't gone through Gen 5 myself to like compare it, but I think Gen 9 or Gen 7 is the I've missed both of the good generations in terms of story. But in all of the good generations I've played, Gen 9 has the best story. Because it actually has one. And
nice.
there's a thing with a time machine. They open a portal into the future slash past, depending on which game you play. If you pick the good
Oh
one, you get all the past Pokemon, and if you pick the really bad one, you get the really shitty looking robot Pokemon.
yeah, because I was gonna say that I was not convinced to get the future one by the robot Pokemon.
They look so fucking bad. I
Yeah.
don't know why they thought to just like, what if we made like I I feel like the whole idea of I just feel like it doesn't work because I feel like the idea of like, what if these guys evolve to be robots? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't evolve
If
to be a
you get
robot.
the old release back, like that was the most fun. Like Gen Set, you really gotta play Sun and Moon. Like
I've heard a
fighting
lot of good things about
interdimensional
it.
Pokemon. Fighting
I
interdimensional Pokemon made my freaking day. Like like
Yeah. Well, the things I've heard about Gen 7 is that like people praise most of it, but then they say that like the cutscenes are fucking unbearable just because there's like so many of them and they're so long. Like,
there's a lot of them, but they really build up the character of like Lily, which is why
mhm.
all her cards are like $7 billion. The
Yeah.
Pokemon.
On I So this is a small thing that I have, but like I think that we need to make less cutscenes skippable in video games. I think we need to make gamers sit down and fucking read. I'm so tired of people playing games and being like, "Oh yeah, I skipped all the cutscenes." It's like you, like my brother and like if you play Persona 5 and you skip all the cutscenes, you didn't play the fucking game. You missed like the entire experience of the game. Like,
One of the big things with that is like you don't want to do that too heavy because then you get like a Metal Gear Solid 4 situation where it's like, please let me skip this cutscene, and it's like you can't fast forward it, you can't skip it, but guess what? You could pause it.
I mean, if the cutscenes are a part of the experience, like I don't know. I feel like people are so like and this is something that's like really weird because like the conversation about it is so bad because like on one hand you have every other company that basically just hands all of these like weird like accessibility features that I think we should maybe think twice about sometimes. Like, oh, you can skip every single cutscene. You never have to engage with the game in any way except for the way you want. And then you have Nintendo, which forces people to play the game their exact way, and they die on the stupidest possible hills consistently. And I think like I don't know if you followed the Mario Kart World drama at all, but it's
No.
like one of the best examples of that where they decided that they wanted the because they made an open world racing game because they're stupid and didn't realize why that was a complete waste of dev time. But then they did
What?
that, and then they made a bunch of like they made some good tracks, and then they made 200 really mediocre tracks to connect them. And then after spending most of the dev time making a mediocre game, they were like, well, obviously we need to make most of our dev time. We need to elevate it to the level of the good tracks. And so most of like you have Knockout Tour, which is like half the main 3 lap tracks, which are like the good ones, and then you have all these intermissions that connect them, which are like kind of mediocre. And like the Knockout Tour is something that people like, and you drive like on courses and then on the intermissions and then on courses, and you like swap back and forth. But then on Versus Race, you can stop me if you know this drama, by the way. But if you don't
I
know, on
don't.
Versus Race online, you can select one of 3 courses to vote, and then like it'll pick one at random for what you play, and you get like 2 intermissions, and maybe in the third one might be an intermission or it might be a 3 lap course. And the way what people did is they realized that there's those 3 options, and there's the random select. And if you choose random, it would choose a 3 lap course every time. And so entire lobbies of people all just chose random every time because they did not want to play the intermission tracks because they're extremely mediocre. And then they patched that out, so now if you select random, you like have a 50-50 shot at getting an intermission versus a 3 lap track. And so now
Oh.
if you play versus online, you just have to play a ton of the intermissions and can't choose to play the 3 lap tracks. That was a completely unrelated rant that I just kind of went on, but
And you know the funniest thing about that?
what?
Switch 2 is the best-selling console of Nintendo's history, and Switch and Mario Kart World is probably the best-selling Mario Kart. I hate it so much. I hate the consistent like complaining about it, and then like the fans go and buy it, and they don't care. Like,
Well, the thing is and this is one of those things, right, where the complaining is about like the you I think you have to kind of ask what the point of complaining about something is sometimes, because I think most of the people who are complaining about this Mario Kart World would say I like the game. I don't think that the money I spent on the game was necessarily wasted. I just want Nintendo to let me engage with the game in the way I find fun. Like that's what they're complaining about, right? And so I think often what happens is you get people who are upset with a product, but still like they don't mind spending the money on the product. They just want the product to be changed in this very minor way, and they get, as people do on the internet, extremely fucking angry about it, and like
yeah,
go
no.
on like these huge long tirades. Not gonna comment on whether or not those tirades are justified, but like you get these people who like are 90% positive on something, or like 95%, but the 5% that they don't like makes them so angry that they only bitch about it, you know?
Look, I knew it was over for Nintendo fans. Like, they saw what was happening with Scarlet and Violet and still chose to buy it.
I Here's the thing. I did play Scarvi. Um, I I'm not proud of myself for buying it, but it was. I did have fun with the games. I had a lot of fun playing them.
I'm not
They
proud of
weren't
myself.
finished. They weren't released in an acceptable state, but they were. What I did buy was at least fun.
You gotta go through the walk of shame, saying I'm not proud of my action, but I don't regret
I don't know if I regret buying Scarvi.
it. So how about Sega Crossworld Sonic Crossworld Racing? Are we
I
gonna
mean,
get
I'm
that?
excited for
I
it.
want to get it. I want to race as SpongeBob and stuff like that. Like I raced as stupid Danica Patrick and the other one. Like I don't care.
Yeah, I honestly one of my favorite things about Crossworld so far, because I don't know a ton about the gameplay. It looks like I don't know. I played some Team Sonic Racing. It was okay. Uh, and I'm wondering how it will end up playing once we actually get our hands on it and everything. But like from what I can see, just from what they've like showed so far, one of my favorite things about it are like the little rival interactions. Do you know what those are?
Oh no, I don't. Please inform me.
So in the start of every race, the game gives you a rival, and like they have like a little like you, the character you chose, and the rival will have like a little like shit talk session where they each like kind of kind of like fighting game intros almost, where they like show
Oh
up and
god,
like
it's
your character says
literally.
something and it cuts to the
I'll
yeah
make you eat those words. I'll make you eat those words.
yeah.
I love that.
But it's like that, except like they're all personalized and they keep like showing off different ones. And like every time, like every once in a while, they'll show one off, and Twitter will just go ballistic about it because it's like, it's like in concept really funny, or like one of the characters is just being a huge asshole for no reason. Like I remember, like
Oh,
he
I
showed
can't.
up.
I can't wait to see like the Sonic and Silver one. That's just got to be Sonic bullying.
I
Like
really
it's.
hope it is. But the one in particular I remember was like Omega. And like Omega is just being such a prick. And I remember someone like quote retweeted it's like, I can't wait for the Sage Omega like rival interaction. It's like
I am the
like
superior
what
creation.
I might track down this tweet or something to show on screen, but they said like Sage's line, like, you are a traitor to our empire. I will, and then like interrupts, and then it says Omega, you will never be his real daughter.
Oh no! I
I
love.
was like, holy shit, bro, you can't go there. Like, what the, like, and there's a ton of like, that's sort of the thing that the internet has taken from the game to like make a thing is you'll just get like these crazy like fake rival interactions where one of the characters just goes completely out of pocket, and it's like I remember one from like a while back now that really made me laugh is it was like Jet the Hawk and Blaze, and Jet says something like there's something stupid to Blaze, and Blaze says I'm trying to remember what the line is because it was really good. It was your birth certificate should have been an apology from Durex. I think is what the line.
Oh god, they're gonna get out like the Kaiba insults. You're a third-rate tools with a fourth-rate tech.
I I've enjoyed all the rivals interactions they've showed off, but I've mostly enjoyed the fucking insane shit that people have like come up for like the fake rivals interactions because they're extremely funny to me.
So good. I love that.
Okay. I think it's maybe about time that we called it,
Yeah,
it done for this.
I think we ranted so much. It was fun though.
Yeah,
Like,
this probably went on a bit longer than I expected it to, but I think we did a good amount of covering Archie. We talked about our thoughts about it, and we talked about a lot of other stuff, some of which was related to Sonic.
oh
So,
yeah, definitely some of it. I'm sure. I'm sure there's gonna be a leak soon. That's Sonic's gonna be a Pokemon. So don't worry about it.
yeah. All right. Please in the comments tell me if you liked this at all. If you think this format is at all okay for me covering Archie. I, I mostly just
Tell us
doing
if you
this.
bought the Magic the Gathering secret layer for Sonic.
Yeah, like, I want to know if you had to suffer the way we did or not. All right. See you guys. I don't know soon.